Hey everyone, Madness80 here. I've got in hand, and so do a million other people, this McFarlane toy Steppenwolf figure. I forgot to pre-order Darkseid, but from what I've seen, I might be okay with that. I personally didn't want that shirtless one. If I could find the one with the, I guess, his top on, that's the one I'd get. But Steppenwolf here, who was seen in the majority of the film versus Darkseid, he looks cool. I don't know, I gotta take him out, but for now, I can tell you immediately he's lacking that shine that was seen in the movie. You know, the CG was pretty well, and he looks a little weird here in package, I'm not gonna lie. So classic DC, is it classic? It's only been like a year and a half. DC Multiverse, Justice League 2021 logo in the corner. Text, image of Steppenwolf there in the back, along with everybody else available. Aquaman, Batman, Cyborg, Flash, Superman in his black outfit, Darkseid, topless Darkseid, and Steppenwolf. Wonder Woman, you can still find on shelves from her movie. Todd dropped those when it was originally going to release. I believe that was the beginning of the pandemic, and then they've kind of been sitting on shelves since. So, we'll rip this dude open. We'll take a close-up look at the figure and go from there. Steppenwolf unboxed, tall AF, classic McFarlane card. As you can see, it's the image seen in the back of the box that we took a look at. And here we go, his data file. Justice League Director's Cut film 2021. I don't know if it's on HBO Max anymore, but it'll return to HBO Max if you haven't seen this film yet. And it's fantastic, man. It's good, you know. It's better than what was released in theaters, and I highly recommend you take 4 hours out of your day and check it out. All right, an 8-foot-tall warrior from the nightmare world of Apocalypse, Steppenwolf is general of the Apocalyptian army. With enhanced strength, agility, and endurance, Steppenwolf is a master with any weapon, but prefers to wield his electro axe to crush his opponents. Electro axe is trademark. That's interesting. And classic McFarlane stand, which I actually needed. I usually don't need that for any of his figures, but I need it for this beast of a figure. All right, let's get him up close. All right, here's Steppenwolf up close and personal. Right off the bat, man, that face is weird. I may just not be used to seeing it since there weren't too many close-up shots, and I never really paused on the screen, but it looks like there's brown paint on top of, like this was all silver and they just painted brown on top of it. There's no wash from what I can tell. Look how tiny his eyes are. His little nose, mouth. Yeah, I don't know if a wash would have helped this. It just looks strange. I don't know. Maybe it's the type of paint they used. Looks like a very old rich woman who's been embalmed. But I don't know. So under these lights and through the camera, this armor is shining the way I wish it did normally. So that was my first complaint, is his armor isn't as shiny as it is in the film. And I don't know what Todd could have done. A different plastic, a better paint. But this here, I mean, this has a wash all over it. And God, there's so many sculpted details. It's insane. So props for that. Be careful with this figure around your kids, your younger kids. I mean, just grabbing it again and it just, you know, it pokes you. It doesn't hurt, but, you know, it could hurt them depending on how hard they grab it. But let's admire these sculpted lines all throughout. I'm blocking the light. The figure. His gross feet with articulated toes and toe rings. Good Lord. Whoops. His axe. Let's get the focus on there. There's a wash there. All throughout this figure. Just wash, wash, wash. Black wash. And it gets a little muddy and mucky up there. As you can see. Keep losing focus, so. But yeah, spikes coming out of the chest, spikes all around his, what is that, your clavicle? Assuming his anatomy is similar to ours. Spikes in the back. And then his kind of some spikes here and there on the bicep, tricep area. Elbows, forearm. Again, belt, this is a separate piece. You can see some twisting there. Yeah, weird sculpted hands. It's crazy to me to just see this up close. and a much different design than what was seen in the theatrical release. Again, Todd's just going off of what he saw or what he has in concept art. So you can see how big he is in my hand. Such a tall figure, $40 price point. This was delivered on Amazon. What was that? A piece of lint fell off of him. That was weird. But let's just bend him. Let's see what happens. All right, Steppenwolf. Let's see if we can get a peek under there. So you can see there's a ball on the top of the head. There's going to be a ball on this neck, which allows you to get some crazy Steppenwolf with attitude, some crazy rotation. Nothing else in the neck region. Shoulders are on a ball and a hinge. Trying to see. This looks like it's a bicep cut, but it can't. Not getting any movement on that, but you can see how well this rotates. Single jointed elbow. And you can't blame them for that. I mean, it would break up the sculpt, and you know how Todd is about that. These are on a hinge, which is surprising to see. I guess they didn't want to make giant balls, but you can see this isn't painted all the way, and the reason for that is because you could go like that. Still an ugly joint, though. No articulation on any of his fingers. It is a different sculpted hand, but with the same type of joint. There's a... There we go. So you get that. You get that. It's so strange, just the way that looks. So, you know, they did what they could. I don't know what this fuzz is from, because this was seriously in package and then put on this dial and then looked at here. So that's a little weird. It's a little flimsy there. This is, you can see I'm lifting that. There is a ball down there, and you can see it's like a T. But you do get rotation and a ball there at the top, and then at the waist you get even more crazier type of rotation. So you get that. Legs are nuts. Forward, back, no thigh cut. But you do get a single jointed knee, which is a little rough to do. But there you go. He does, so we do get the giant ball here at the ankle. So you do get your rotation, you can get your pivot, you can get your back and forth. And each toe is individually articulated, which, I mean, I guess is cool. It's a little weird. His feet are a little weird. Why have exposed skin at all in this type of armor is beyond me. So you can see it goes down bottom of his feet, sculpted and strange. He's like an ant. Is he a giant ant? I know in the comics he's like a bearded humanoid dude, but yeah, this is strange. I definitely have mixed feelings about this figure. I don't think so. From what I've seen, what is that little stand? Give me a second. All right, so what I've seen of the other figures in this line is just kind of shoddy paintwork on the face. You know, you got Hasbro and other companies doing this face scan or face print, and these look hand painted and they don't look good. I'll get some pictures up here to compare or to show you. So I mean, Superman looks bad, Aquaman looks bad, but the masked characters or those with some other detail on their face like Cyborg, Flash, Batman look pretty good. So I might pick and choose what I want from that, but maybe I should save some money and just stick to the Mezco versions, hoping they come out in a Cyborg at some point. But that's all I brought for comparison. I'm going to use this dude for my Mezco figures. He may be a tad bit too tall, but what do we know? You know, he is an alien from another world, from Apocalypse. But here are 3 of the major Justice League players, with Flash coming soon. Not soon, it's Mezco, so coming when it comes in the Justice League 3-pack with the Superman in his black costume, a Batman, updated Batman, and Flash. So all we would need is a Cyborg if you were collecting the Mezco line. But you can get the whole Justice League if you buy all the McFarlane figures or whatever Mafex has put out. I never followed that. But I'm a little... I could have lived without purchasing this guy, and I probably won't pick up Darkseid now. Again, I just didn't like the shirtless design, but given that I'm not too happy with this Steppenwolf, you know, it's safe to say I'll probably skip that figure as well. $40 is steep, I think, for what we're getting here. You know, 1 axe, no interchangeable parts, just a big figure. You know, for that price, $40, I think with 4 Marvel Legends, you get a bunch of pieces and accessories and stuff like that. That's it. Quick, dirty, in, out. That's all for me.